Alright, so in this video we are going to replace the geomagnetic compass and the GPS module. And I'm going to point out something that I've mentioned in my videos before that Hubsan has screwed up, and that's for ventilation. This is the only ventilation you have, and then you have two small holes here in the back. Again, here's another one where it's covered up. Now, I don't know if you can see. I'll try to get you to see here. Focus. They have two little die cut holes, but they don't pull them out. That's what I find in a lot of these quads that I work on. See if I can get it to come off easily. There it is. But still, that's a tiny hole for ventilation. So I recommend everybody just take a X-Acto knife and cut this out, and give yourself a little more ventilation. So you just cut it out like this, a little square. That's still protected. You need to protect your GPS module, but you also need to ventilate the quad. And then the other thing I recommend is that you make sure you press all of this down really good so that air can get back to it. Some of them are pretty bulked up, and then the air's not going to get to it. Sorry if you couldn't see that. So that's one big problem that Hubsan's been doing, is they're not taking these little die cut holes out. They're leaving them in when they put this on. But I think it needs to be cut out more so you have more ventilation. So that's a little off topic, but what we're going to do is just show you how to simply take this out and how to replace the GPS module. They're both very simple, easy repairs, but just some important things to point out along the way. This is your GPS module, and I don't even need to unhook it because it's just two screws. We're just going to take it off and put it back on, but I just wanted to show you this is it. So if you are doing a compass calibration, and let's say it asks you to do a compass calibration every single time, and you do that first calibration where you turn the quad and it will not go to the next calibration, right here's your problem. That's a majority of the time your geomagnetic compass has failed and needs to be replaced. So just keep in mind you have to use brass screws. This is the only place in the Hubsan Zino or any of the Hubsans that you will find brass screws. So make sure you put brass screws back. You do not want to put metallic screws in there because they will throw your compass off and cause you some further problems. So after you've gone and replaced it, all you're going to do is you want to tuck this wire down into this little groove here. And then you can put yourself a little adhesive on there, and that way your wire's nice and secure. You're not tugging on it and these aren't coming loose. If you have one of these fail, that's the first thing to check, is just check all your wires. Sometimes it could be just one wire is a bad connection. So that's that. Now for this, you want to carefully take it off, because right here I'm stuck. So when you do yours, you'll already have this off. Okay, right here's where it comes around. So it sticks really good. Pretty decent. So you want to unpeel it carefully. And then when you get to the module, hold your thumb on top so you don't rip that cover off. because the cover, you can end up ripping the cover off of the GPS module. So you just want to keep peeling it back straight. Don't pull directly up. Pull it back like this. And there we are. So we're right there. And see, they have a slit here. The wire should actually go through that slit. That little pocket. I think that's what that's for anyhow. Why else would they have it? I don't know. Maybe it's separated. When they put the two together, they might not have been low enough with it. I don't know. But set that aside. Don't get it all dirty and stuck to something else. But then your GPS module, you just take out 4 screws. 1, 2, 3, 4. And take it off. Put your new one on. And your new one may or may not come with the plug, but it just simply plugs into the bottom like that. I'm pretty sure new ones come with a plug. I have this one here. This is off of a 501. They look to be the almost exact same board, almost. Little difference. But same plug, same wire combination. I imagine this will work. It works on transmitters. It works on other several Hubsan models. So this probably is not a whole lot different. It might be a little better because the Zino does get quick satellites compared to the 501. So that might be part of the difference. Just might be a little better. But same thing. You have a track right here. You put the track, put it inside the track, and then you add some adhesive. So now you've replaced this, and your sign of this being bad is going to be you're just not having any GPS satellites, or the GPS band is not showing up at all on your app with your coordinates and everything. So that's an indication that your GPS module is bad. The one thing we're going to do is go ahead and cut this when we put it back, before we put it back on. So I'm just going to cut, let's make sure we're in the right spot. I'm just going to cut a little slit here. Little slit here, and then I have to fold that down and cut across. Don't need protection here. We need air, not protection. Okay, so that's all I've done, and there's the vents. 1, 2. Now when I put it back, they'll be exposed. So when you put it back, you want to make sure this gold part is what's covering the compass. So basically set it right over top with the notches here, and it will line up. So you have notches for the side. I'm trying to do this with keeping it in view. I'm off. Let's go to the other side where there's no wire. Okay. So we're lined up here. And what you want to do is just feel the corners of your GPS module. They went a little high on this one. It actually should be lower. So I'm going to go lower. I'm going to go by this part here. You just want to feel it and make sure it's all covered. So I'm covered all the way around now. And then I'm going to just squeeze around the sides to get it secured. push in the back and tuck everything in, give it a nice little hug with this blanket. Bring this one under the plug or the cable and pull this one down and around. That wire there. So now the front, and there we are. Pull that up just like that. So basically you're just going around and making sure you're hugging that GPS module. And actually now we're in better shape than we were because it was too high. Not by far, nothing I think that would hurt anything, but the best thing is we have now exposed these holes so you have good ventilation. I don't understand what Hubsan does half the time. It's frustrating. So after that, you simply just plug these back in and you put everything back together. This one's a little tight because the wire's short. Plug, plug. Okay. Then you put all your screws back together. Put all your screws back in. Put your cover back on. And snap the back first so that button doesn't come popping out while you're pushing the others in. And that's it. So very simple repair. Watch the end of this video coming up here soon. You'll see a thumbnail link that'll show you how to take everything apart, how to remove the screws that are in here, how to safely take this off and, you know, not break these wires. So watch that video if you need to, and it'll show you how to disassemble and reassemble the Zino. You can just fast forward to whatever part you need. It covers everything. So hopefully this was a helpful video for you. It's a very simple repair. Most people probably don't even need this type of video for help, but people that are new who have never been inside a quad, you may need to do this repair and you may need a video for it. So here you go. All right, thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. Hit that thumbs up on your way out, and we'll see you in the next video.